Have you ever felt like you're just giving away your power? You know, like your own peace of mind is totally at the mercy of other people's words and actions? Well, we're going to talk about how to reclaim that control. This is a Stoic guide to building an inner state that is unshakable, calm, and yeah, truly untouchable.
So let me ask you this, straight up. Are you really, truly in control of your own peace? Or do you find yourself reacting all the time, getting pulled into silly arguments, and just letting whatever happens outside dictate how you feel inside? It's a huge question because the answer tells you who's actually holding the remote control to your mind.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It shows you the real cost of just reacting without thinking. Every knee-jerk response, every argument you get dragged into, that's a moment you literally hand over a piece of your own freedom. Stoicism teaches us how to stop that transaction. And the very first step is to completely change how you see your own focus.
All right, so the first big idea is to totally reframe how you think about your focus. See, it's not some infinite resource you can just throw around. It's actually the most valuable currency you have, and how you choose to spend it, well, that determines the entire quality of your life.
Think about it like this. Your attention is a non-renewable currency. It's not like money. Once you've spent it on a pointless argument online, on someone else's drama, or on a criticism that doesn't actually matter, you can never, ever earn it back. It is gone for good. And when you really truly get that, it changes everything.
So this leaves you with two paths, right? You can carelessly spend your attention on every little provocation and distraction which just drains you. Or you can wisely invest it in things that actually line up with your purpose. That kind of investment compounds over time and makes your life richer. The choice is yours in every single moment. And the payoff for this is immediate. I mean, when you start guarding your attention, you save all that energy for what actually matters to you. You deny other people the power to mess with your peace, and you reclaim your own mental space. You stop being a puppet, and you become the one pulling the strings. You know, the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said it perfectly. No man is free who is not master of himself. And that's the heart of it all. Managing your attention is the foundation of self-mastery. So let's look at one of the most powerful tools for actually doing that.
So if attention is our currency, then one of the most powerful ways to manage that currency is through the strategic use of silence. And listen, this isn't about being passive or being a doormat. This is about being powerful.
So here's how it works in practice. It's like a shield for your mind. It starts with some kind of provocation, right? Someone says something to get a rise out of you. But instead of reacting, you just pause. You consciously observe that impulse to respond. And then you make a deliberate choice to withhold that response, protecting your peace.
Now, this is such a crucial shift in thinking. Silence isn't weakness. It's an active shield that saves your energy. And it's also a mirror. See, by not reacting, you force the other person to look at their own intentions, their own need for drama. Without saying a single word, you can reveal everything about them.
And this insight from Marcus Aurelius, this is the engine that drives the whole thing. Your power isn't over what happens out there, but over your mind's response to it. Silence is the ultimate expression of that inner control.
Think about the powerful messages you send without speaking. Choosing silence tells everyone that you are in control of yourself. It projects poise. It shows that your peace isn't up for negotiation. And it signals that your attention is way too valuable to be wasted on something so trivial.
Okay, so these tactics, managing your attention, using silence, they're the building blocks for something much bigger. We're talking about a resilient, unshakable state of being we can call the inner fortress. So the ultimate goal here is to build a mindset that all the external chaos just can't get through to. This isn't a fortress built with walls of anger or hostility. It's built with boundaries of discernment, a place where you're immune to manipulation, because you are the guardian of your own calm.
So how do you actually build it? Well, first, you have to understand your own triggers, what makes you angry, what makes you defensive. Then you start consciously choosing your responses, instead of just letting them be automatic. And finally, you curate your world. You strategically remove the negative influences that are always trying to breach your walls.
And you know, Carl Jung gives us the perfect way to look at those triggers. The people and situations that irritate you the most, they're actually signposts. They point directly to the weak spots in your own fortress. So by studying them instead of just reacting to them, you learn exactly where you need to build up your defenses.
Now, once your fortress is strong, you can go from just playing defense to playing offense, and not through aggression, but through strategy.
you can start using your very presence and your absence as a tool. This is what we call the rhythm of withdrawal.
The principle is actually super simple. Scarcity creates value. And this applies to you, your time, your energy, your presence. Constant availability makes you predictable, and frankly, less valued. The key is to be present when it truly matters, but not always available.
I mean, the contrast is just stark. If you're always available, you're seen as predictable and your impact goes way down. But a strategic presence, showing up purposefully, makes you seem intentional and influential. Your absence actually creates space for others to reflect, which makes your presence carry so much more weight when you return.
And this is that Stoic principle in action. What's in your power? Your engagement, your energy, your focus. By choosing when to be present and when to withdraw, you are making the absolute best use of what is in your power. You're creating influence without force and earning respect without demanding it. Ultimately, all of these ideas, all these principles, they all lead back to one single truth. You are the architect. You are the guardian. You are the master. This was never about controlling other people. It's about achieving complete and total sovereignty over yourself. The power to remain unmoved. It's always been yours for the taking.
Your inner peace is non-negotiable. It's your most valuable asset, period. So the question I want you to take with you is this. What unnecessary argument, what piece of drama, what silly provocation will you refuse to pay for with your peace today?